guys, in this video I will be doing the Cyborg Tinkerer Tag. Hey y'all, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary Long. I write underneath the pen name of M. Elizabeth. I have a self-published children's book called Miss Snowball's Friends, and you can find the link to that down below. And I'm also working on an adult urban fantasy and LGBTQ novel. So, let's get into this tag. Okay. Question 1. Gwendolyn Grimm. From feisty to sweet and innocent, what is your favorite type of protagonist to read? I like kick-ass heroines. I love a good femme fatale. I absolutely love a strong female lead. I don't like little damsels in distress that needs a man to save the day. No. I'm an independent woman myself, so I like independent women. Yeah. Question 2. Bastian Kabir. Or Kabir. Sorry, Meg, if I'm butchering some of these names. Not all romances start off on the right foot. What is your favorite romance trope? Oh, there's so many good romance tropes out there, and I'm a big fan of all of them. Honestly, I like romance tropes. I know some of them aren't that popular, but I do like the classic of the enemy becomes lover, or there's more than like a love triangle, but it's a polyamorous love triangle. She doesn't have to choose, or he doesn't have to choose. They get both. Number 3. Rora Lockwood. Some characters are extremely motivated to accomplish an end goal. What are your favorite character motives? I mean, I do enjoy the classic motive of having to save the day, but I also like it when you see this a lot in you see this in the antagonist a lot more than the protagonist, which actually is greed. The motive is greed. Now, it may not be for all the same reasons. Like, sometimes it's for a family. They're greedy for their family. Or they're greedy for power, or greedy for money. But nonetheless, they're greedy. Whether it's selfless or selfish. Number 4. Celeste Beckett. Which, by the way, I love the name Celeste. Some villains are motivated to do evil for the sake of evil, while others might see themselves as the protagonists in their own tale. What is your favorite type of villain to read? This one's... I like the classic villain. They're evil just because they're evil. Because sometimes I think nowadays, I know it's been done a lot, but they're so into backstories that sometimes the classic villain gets left behind. But I also enjoy the morally gray characters. Like, if you ever watched Vampire Diaries or the originals, you know, Klaus Michelson. He's the antagonist in Vampire Diaries, but he becomes the protagonist in the originals. It's like, whoosh. Even though he's morally great. Like, he's the definition of a morally great character. You look him up in the dictionary, it's like, morally great character. There he is. I think that's why I like the original so much, because the good guys are kind of bad, and the bad guys are kind of good. Like, it's a total mix. And I think that's what makes the original so fun. Number 5. Anchorage. In science fiction and fantasy, settings can range from magical force to space battles to a dystopian near future. What is your favorite setting in science fiction and or fantasy, and why? Now, the Cyborg Tinkerer is a sci-fi slash steampunk. Actually, I kind of like those ones better than I do regular sci-fi, because it's character driven. You know, sci-fi is normally all really heavy in the future technology and space and that stuff, which my dad, by the way, I have a little thing to him, he was a huge fan of sci-fi. I like the steampunk side a little bit more. Shout out to Meg for the Cyborg Tinkerer, which is why this tag exists, because of Meg LaTorre, the author of the Cyborg Tinkerer, which comes out in November. Now, my favorite setting, I guess it depends on the genre, honestly. Like, if I'm doing epic fantasy or high fantasy, I do enjoy magical force, magical lands, you know, all about the magic elements within it, and the deep mountains, rivers, all that, natural settings. Now, urban fantasy that I'm currently writing is set in cities, and I had to use my favorite city of all time, which is New York. I love it though. But East Coast. I couldn't help that little plug. Alright, number 6. Sorry, Meg, if I completely mess this name up. Called Q Du Borg. Sorry, I know I butchered that. Come on to the mysterious circus of cyborgs. If you had to choose, what is your favorite book that features either a circus or competition? This one's hard because there's 2. And they're classic ones. The Hunger Games. Okay. Competition. Fight to the death. And then actually Harry Potter. The competitions that were featured within it, especially the 4th book with the Triwizard Tournament. That was pretty cool. That was fun. 7. The Scarlet Dragon. Love Scarlet Dragon. Some obstacles are armies, while others are sharp talons and teeth. What is your favorite kind of obstacle midway through a book before the climax? By the way, the middle of my book, well, the middle of books, I should say, the middle of my book, those are my favorites. Because that's where you get all the twists and turns and like, yeah, those are my favorites. I love a good plot twist. Actually, I love multiple plot twists. I like to be surprised and shocked. So that's why you know, false victories to me are so much fun to read, to write. Like the best friend, oh wait, it's not the best friend, it comes out to be the enemy. You know, the lover ends up related to the bad guy. Things like that. I love good plot twists that are unexpected. Even if the little tropes. But I do enjoy things changing and the character at the moment, the protagonist, realizing maybe I should be rethinking my goals. I love those. Number 8. When she falls for both. Love triangles. References before a little bit. Some people love them, some people hate them. What is your favorite love triangle you've seen in books? Or what is your least favorite triangle you've read? Okay. I mean, I want to take a shout out to the Cyborg Tinkerer because I do love that triangle because it's different than what you've seen. You know, it's a polyamorous one, which most of the time you see having to choose one or the other. But I enjoy when they don't choose. But I also enjoy, per se, Twilight. Yeah, I'm gonna bring up Twilight. Can't help it. You know, Team Jacob or Team Edward. Like, it's fun too when they do have to choose, and you just you have these like two different sides rooting. You know, there's Team Edward and Team Jacob. Just like with Vampire Diaries, there was a Team Stefan and a Team Damien. Like, you got those little, like, you know. So, it's hard because I do love triangles. I can't help it. I'm just a big fan of them. I don't care if they're a trope. I don't care. I still love them. That's why there's one in my book. And it's also polyamorous. Alrighty. 9. The spaceship. Obedient. In science fiction, the ship often acts as its own character, rather scented or not. An entire world often held inside of a hunk of metal, or within a gravitational field in the case of the Cyborg Tinkerer. What is your favorite ship from a story? Or what is your favorite form of space travel? This actually takes me back. I'm going to show my age right here. Okay. And all of us in our 30s here are going to be like, yup. Babylon 5. Anybody remember that? Babylon 5. I used to love that show. So, in the ship, and the aliens, and the love romances, and everything, it was basically like an old-fashioned steampunk, because, yeah, it was sci-fi, technically, but it was definitely character-driven. It was not plot-driven. And I loved everything that was in it. You know, that aliens were able to have a piece of home within the ship from the home planet and stuff. And I just found that completely cool. And also, another one to make me old, Power Rangers in space. That one. I also loved that ship because they didn't have Zordon. Zordon was gone. And this spaceship actually kind of acted like Zordon. It kind of took the place of Zordon. Despite that he was missing, the ship kind of took the place of him. They also had Alpha 5, but Alpha 5 and that ship worked together. I can't remember the name though of that ship. It had a name. Kind of like how you would talk to Soy. Or, oh my gosh. My brain just blanked. Alexa. It's kind of how you talk to them, but it was the ship. Ship. Sounds pretty cool. And yes, I totally showed my age. Oh, last 10. The cyborgs. Not everyone is lucky enough to have born into a loving family. Sometimes they find love through others like them. What is your favorite story about finding family? Whether it's long-lost relatives, when a character thought they had none, or adopting people into their own family. Ooh, there's a few of them. Alright, I'm going to start with the classic of Harry Potter. You know, it's Harry Potter. His parents were killed, and despite with his aunt and uncle, you know, Ron, Hermione, Dumbledore, McGonagall, Hogwarts becomes his family. That becomes his family unit. Also, I'm going to make a shout out to Kim Chance. She did this in Keeper and Seeker. Lainey's parents weren't in the picture. She was raised, you know, had her uncle and the girlfriend, and her friends, especially Maggie. Maggie was not just her best friend, she was basically her sister. And so she kind of forms a family outside of her family. Also, I gotta mention this TV show. It's not a book, but it's a TV show. It was on Freeform, by the way, called The Fosters. And it was basically these two foster parents, which were lesbians. Now, the one woman had a child from her previous marriage that was in the picture, but they had adopted two twins, a boy and a girl. And these two others came into the picture. Now, the one story revolves around the one, Callie. So, it's like they wasn't all related by blood, but they came together anyways as a family. And it's the best example of family doesn't always necessarily mean blood. Family is who your heart matters. Like, just because your blood doesn't mean your family. Because sometimes blood will stab you in the back. So, that is all for this tag. Now, if you're watching this, consider yourself tagged, and let's get this tag going. Now, the questions and the original video will be all down below. All that information will be listed down below. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring that little bell, because my life is a little unpredictable, just like everybody's. And I will see you guys in the next one. And don't forget to go to Amazon and pre-order the Cyborg Tinkerer by Meg LaTorre. Bye.